Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your love and romance reading for Venus and Scorpio 2020. I hope you guys are doing great out there. This is going to be all about what is coming through with the time of Venus moving through the sign of the Scorpion, starting on November 21st and lasting through December 15th when it will move into the sign of Sagittarius. So Taurus, as always, this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single one of you out there, so please do take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs, and all of our Taurus cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box, and I always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family, and give it that dragon claw up by clicking that like button. So Taurus, this is going to be, I would say, a very interesting transit of Venus for you. Venus, of course, is your ruling planet, so it does have more significance for you in general, and in the universal astrological system, your house that will be affected by this is your relationship house, because Scorpio is that polar opposite dynamic for you. So I would say that there is going to be a lot of deep, passionate, intense elements coming up in your love and romance life. It is a definite time for healing, introspection, working through any old issues all come to the surface. Venus has a harder time many times being expressed in the sign of Scorpio because it is more mysterious, it is more secretive, and so it can be a time that it's harder to open up because you're feeling things so deeply. And the other problem is with Venus and Scorpio that it can sometimes lend itself to those more negative aspects of revenge, control, suspicion, all of those elements that are more unsavory about the Scorpio personality. But I'm hoping that you will choose the opposite side of this, which is the most positive aspects of Scorpio, which are very healing and deeply felt. Use this energy to open up in a deep way to each other. So this is going to be for anyone, whether they're single, coupled, or in separation. So take that as it resonates to your personal situation, Taurus. So let's get started. We're going to pull a theme card first for your keyword to see what is the main element or overall dynamic in your relationship, and then we will be jumping into the tarot. So dear angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, let's see what we have for our Taurus in the area of love and romance during this time of Venus and Scorpio, please. And we do have the card of abundance coming through. That is a beautiful card, Taurus. And it also feels very in sync with your energy to me, because it shows that, beautiful pastoral field full of wildflowers. To me, that's a very earthy, blossoming, flourishing energy, which I do associate very strongly with the sign of Taurus. So let's get into your tarot. We're going to start out with your own energy that you are bringing to the table in this relationship. And I am using the Tarot of Dreams today and clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot. Ooh, Taurus, so this is a beautiful fiery energy coming through. That is what you're bringing to the table, is this Four of Wands. This is super strong in the area of soulmate energy, twin flame energy. That is all about that synchronicity. It's very much, it looks like the 11:11, so you may be noticing a lot of signs and synchronicities around your love or romance life, no matter what your situation may be. So let's clarify for this Four of Wands, get a little extra message around this for Taurus's energy. Four of Pentacles. So we've got 4 and 4. Fours are very much about, you know, foundation, about building. And so to me, Taurus, you're really coming through with this energy of really holding on to something, maybe very much in that heart chakra, for some kind of assured success or, you know, good outcome. It really also shows that you may be a little afraid to let something go. It's like you're really holding on to something for that, you know, good outcome and hoping for something to work out in the long run. And you really do want this happy home. A very soul-connected, heart-connected kind of love is very important to you. So let's pull some cards for the person you are interested in, or maybe someone you haven't even quite met yet, or even somebody you may be in separation from. Just, of course, this can be, you know, for whatever situation, Taurus. So let's see what your person has coming through for them. What are they bringing to the table in this dynamic? Ooh, so they're coming in as the Ace of Wands, a very fiery, passionate card of new beginnings and powerful connection. To me, of course, the aces are always the hand of spirit, bringing through extra messages, extra blessing. And so they may be really feeling this extra gifting. It's sort of like they really, maybe they've been through quite a lot. Maybe they've come through some very challenging, burdensome times, and they're ready to start something brand new. And that's the kind of energy they're coming forward with. It also tells me this could be a fire type personality, could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or just somebody that embodies that, you know, that has that bold energy. The fact that abundance is your main energy, your main keyword here at the start of this, you know, it just tells me that you're in a place that you really want to create a more abundant, more prosperous future or outcome or reality with somebody. So let's see what clarifies their Ace of Wands. What is giving them this feeling and energy here? Knight of Swords. So they may be a little nervous, right? They might be feeling some anxiety with that Knight of Swords. They may be really feeling like they need to say a lot of things to you, Taurus. There's a lot of conversations they know they need to have, explanations they may need to give if it's that kind of situation where you're trying to, you know, reconcile from some misunderstandings or some difficult circumstances that have happened. But they may be really rushing in at some point, feeling kind of anxious, feeling kind of nervous, but knowing that they really do need to connect and talk to you. So let's get what are the positives here? No, sorry, got ahead of myself. Let's get your feelings first about them, Taurus. Let's see what you feel about this person overall right now through this time of Venus and Scorpio. King of Wands. So you definitely feel their fire. They're coming in very fiery, and you do sense that they have that fire energy. So yet again, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with somebody who just has a very fiery, dynamic energy. You may also see them as being, you know, somebody that might have a bit of a temper, somebody that, you know, has a hard time being calm at times because they are very feisty, very strong kind of personality, super creative, you know, but sometimes it you know, that could be, it's like there's a positive and the negative to that, right? With fire, it can be very exciting, enthusiastic, very strong, but at the same time, it can have that temper. There's no doubt about that, Taurus. You know, and the King of Wands is definitely somebody who goes after what they want. So you do see them as being a pretty active kind of person. But they have broken your heart in some way. They have let you down in some kind of fashion because you're feeling a sense of disappointment, loss, grieving, something that really hasn't been satisfactory to you. That's what you're feeling about them right now. And maybe it's partly their fiery energy that does cause that. You know, maybe you had a big blow up or a big argument that they just would not back down from, and it really just, you know, scorched you a little bit or a lot. That's probably why, you know, they're coming in as that energy of wanting, you know, to talk, but being very nervous about it. They probably know they owe you an apology. So let's get some energy around what they feel about you, Taurus, what they sense about this relationship overall. Yep, there's a reckoning that has to be brought to the surface with this Judgment card that is very strong Pluto Scorpio energy, and this is the time of Venus and Scorpio that we are reading for. So they know that something needs to be dealt with karmically, something needs to be called out. You know, there may have been a death cycle or some kind of, you know, real falling out where you guys, you know, separated, and they, you know, they would like this rebirth with you, and they would like to come back around. So it's really about, you know, will that rebirth happen? That's what they would really like to see. So let's see what they're hoping for with this rebirth. What is it that needs to be healed and renewed? Eight of Cups, yeah, because this is all addressing that walking away, whether it was a mutual thing where you both walked away or they did, but it's something where, yeah, it's like they're coming back around because there was this leaving behind in the past. Wow, it's pretty intense, guys, no doubt. There's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of, you know, wounded heart energy. You know, just feels like there's got to be something said. There's got to be something done. They may have walked out. They're thinking about walking back in. Let's see what the positives are. What are the things that are mutually beneficial that draw you together here? Yeah, Knight of Wands. There is just fire and passion all over this. If you're not dealing with a fire sign, Taurus, then I'm telling you, you may have some fire in your chart, or they just come through as a very fiery person. The Knight of Wands in particular is a very Sagittarian card. To me, that being in the positives, that says that, you know, this is a dynamic that gets you both excited. It gets you both, you know, enthused about moving forward into the future. Knight of Wands, you know, loves to travel. It loves to learn. It loves to grow. It loves to, you know, pursue different ideas. So, you know, that's really what brought you together initially. Those are the things that will bring you together in the future if you choose to. So let's clarify this, Knight of Wands, please. Justice, yes. And there's, you know, there's really... Justice is an interesting card. It is the Libra energy, so it is very Venus energy to me. It is that partnership. It is that bond. You may see each other as a very natural partnership. Both of you may have, you know, quite a focus on fairness, on harmony, on equality. And boy, when it's not there, it's really, really tough for both of you, because that's something that's very strongly important to you, and it does bring you very, very solidly together. So let's see what we have for the challenges or the blockages that need to be overcome in this situation. King of Coins. Now that's an interesting blockage. So to me, this could be, you know, money issues, financial situations that may be pulling on both of you. This is very strongly your energy, Taurus. It's so, so earthy. It's so grounded, stable, makes good decisions with money. So you may feel that they don't make the greatest decisions with their finances, or their values just are a little bit out of whack in your opinion, or vice versa. That could be very much what that is. King of Coins can also be very focused on their career, making money, bringing in the abundance, bringing in that prosperity like we talked about in the beginning. And so sometimes that can be a blockage too if one or both of you are working too often and you just don't get enough actual quality time together. And it ends up making one or both of you feel like the job is more important to them than the relationship. So let's get a clarifier on this King of Coins as well. Four of Wands and Ace of Wands, both are coming out again. So to me, wow, oh my goodness. We had these cards earlier, so they're doubling up here. So to me, things that are the blockage, it's like you really want the home, the family. They really want this passionate new beginning. But to me, it's like if that hasn't been moving fast enough, if there haven't been practical, you know, real tangible manifestation plans to get this going, that would make you feel very frustrated because you really do want this. And they do want this new beginning with you, but they feel blocked from it. They feel like, you know, Taurus isn't going to let me come back in unless I do the right thing. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. You shouldn't let someone back in if, you know, if you're out of alignment or they're just not willing, you know, to do the things that maybe they've promised or hope, or that you've, you know, been led to expect. So let's get into the suggested approach. Let's see how to handle this energy going forward, Taurus. So the Empress comes out. You are very strongly highlighted in your own reading here, Taurus. I do feel that there is this element of creation, of using your, you know, your divine feminine gifts, your intuition, your ability to create something, to recreate something, to nurture things through to their completion. And it really is about you standing very strong in your own power when that card comes through, because that is one of your tarot cards there. That's a definite strong, you know, Taurus and Libra energy. So to me, this is all about you really stepping into your power, owning your power, and realizing that you deserve what you want, right? If what you want is something stable, solid, committed, there is nothing wrong with that at all. Six of Swords. So Taurus, I could see this going one of two ways. You know, it's like if they're not willing to step it up and they don't want the same thing that you do in this area of groundedness and stability, you're ready to leave. Like, you're ready to go, and at least to let go of the conflicts, to let go of the dramas and the, you know, the hot temper, the bad arguments, if that's been part of the dynamic, because you're really tired of that. Whether you actually leave the relationship dynamic or not is very much up to you, but I do see you, you know, wanting to and very possibly leaving that behind. This is the suggested approach. The Spirit is really saying, you know, this is not a bad idea, Taurus, to detach from the drama, from, you know, the arguments and the conflicts that this has created, because you really want to see things from a much clearer and just a more positive perspective. So let's get a potential outcome on this for you. Nice energy there with the Nine of Cups coming through. So I think, Taurus, what you're going to do is go for what fulfills your hopes, wishes, dreams, and takes you in the direction of where you want to go. Whether that is with this person that's really coming up in this reading, or if it means, you know, leaving that behind to embrace a whole new future. Because I get the sense very strongly, Taurus, that you do want that happy home. You want that stable commitment. You know, you really do. That to me is what would bring you the greatest joy. And if that's not what this person is offering, then I do feel like you'll probably move on. Yeah, and you're going to make some very clear decisions. It's very victorious, very clear cut with this Ace of Swords. To me, that is Spirit really coming in to grant you the victory, giving you extra protection, and helping you to see the situation far, far more clearly here. Yeah, we also have that Seven of Cups. So to me, there is a lot, there could be some emotional confusion around making this choice. Eight of Swords, you could be very much up in your head about it. It's better to feel it with the heart and feel it with your intuition than it is to over worry this or overthink this. This, of course, could be to me with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. All those fire signs are coming up here very strongly. This could also be with a Libra, could even be with a fellow Taurus here. So let's get some romance angels on this reading. Let's get 3 cards, please, as a few extra messages for Taurus. All right, Taurus, so chemistry is coming up. There's definitely a strong magnetic bond between you. I do feel that because of that Knight of Wands and that Justice card. To me, it's like you're both very passionate people. You have a lot of passion for learning and growth and advancement, travel, you know, fairness, all of those things. It does say to give the relationship a chance, work on the partnership to see if it's really something that you want to keep going with or you want to let go of it, because there is a very strong There's a strong dynamic energy between you. There's no denying that. Religious factors also came into this. So to me, what that has to do with is a lot to do with your upbringing, maybe family expectations of you or of this person. You know, if they, especially if they're not the same, you know, as your usual type, or the, you know, what your family or friends expect you to be with, right? If they're very different from that expected type, then that might cause some little tiffs as well. So Taurus, I hope you have an amazing experience here with Venus and Scorpio. This is a very dynamic reading, and I'll be seeing y'all again soon. Take care.